Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you, everyone, for being present. Thank you, co-panelists. Very inspiring answers. I'm really inspired by each one of you. What message to give to women? Okay, so I am a distributor for a water purifier from Auroville, from Pondicherry, which actually allows you to have mountain quality water in your kitchen. So it transforms compromised, heavy, dead, stripped off water of the city and transforms it into mountain quality water. And I transitioned, or actually I added this product to what I was doing earlier, which is creating inner leadership programs for the modern contemporary youth. And I saw the challenges that they faced in their mental, physical health. And I would work closely with parents and children. So when I saw the possibility of introducing a water purifier and helping their mental, physical health with mountain quality water in their daily life, for better hydration, better digestion, for better energy levels, for removing endocrine disrupting chemicals and contaminants from our water. When I saw that possibility, I didn't think whether, oh, I don't know how to be a distributor. I've always been an educator. So women have this innate ability to transition from roles if they believe in something. So that is definitely one thing that I would say, that if you're finding an opportunity in the real estate space, just go for it. And I have 3 messages for women entrepreneurs. The first is that step into your workspace, your work day, your workforce with a lot of confidence and privilege and power. Often we are surrounded with all this chaos around us, multiple balls to juggle, multiple hats to wear, but that chaos does not define us. And we don't have to let it pull us down, even though it is difficult to deal with it, as Reshma also said. But we can enter the day, the workspace, with a lot of power and privilege because we represent Shakti. And nothing moves in the world without Shakti. So we always have that leverage. So I would say invest your resources, your time, your energies in connecting with that Shakti within, in knowing it better, in educating yourself, in expressing that power, that Shakti we hold within. And therein lies all the solutions to the challenges we face. So in taking out time for that inner connection is supremely important for all us women entrepreneurs, because there lie all our answers. Yes, a lot of it is about learning strategies, about learning the skills and empowering ourselves at the external level, meeting the ground realities that we have to face. You know, I at the beginning when I started this distribution, I was not only a distributor, but I was a technician. I repaired machines. I was customer support. I was everything. You have to deal with that as well. But 50% of our challenges lie because we have not connected with our power within. We have not come to know who we are. So that would be my first takeaway message for women. The second is that Griha and Garbha and Garima, they are all the same. They are spaces of nurturing life, of giving, of actually nourishing lives. So it is the space that we are designed to be in. So if you are connected with that space of real estate, of in any capacity, if you're dealing with a product, service, or skill in that space, go ahead with all your confidence and prowess, because this is our space. We are nurturers, and bhumi and water and home are feminine elements. So to set your own trends, you know, be an innovator. You don't have to be bogged down by convention, by trends. Just go for it. You have that prowess within you. So just feel free and use it. There are a lot of women out there who will support you, who will support each other. And women are unstoppable when we are connected with our Shakti and when we're connected with other Shakti in the same space. And my last takeaway would be that put work culture before anything else. Just like we create a home and we have a vision for our home, our children, our family, we must have a vision for our work culture. Because often, and I've gone through this personally, we get bogged down by sales targets, by profitability. There's a pressure in that direction. And without realizing, we allow that pressure to become the work culture in the organization, right? Suddenly, everyone's feeling struggle, everyone's feeling stressed. Why? Because we didn't bother to first define our work culture based on our deepest human and spiritual values. We allowed the external goal to become our work culture. So first, I would urge every woman entrepreneur out there to define your work culture and make your profitability, your targets subservient to that. Let that fit into your work culture, and you'll see that profits and targets just happen even better than before, automatically as a result. So you're like nurturing a happier space. And also, let the values be excellence, growth, and mutuality. When that is your focus, then automatically you have happier clients, you have happier employees. And because you're about mutuality, you're thinking of mutuality across the range of stakeholders. So you're also thinking of a better, mutually beneficial society, a better planet, a better employee and their families, and your own product. So automatically you take care of sustainability, you're able to take care of so many different things because you put growth and mutuality and excellence as your work culture. So let everything fit into that. And I think who knows better about this than women, because we are innately nurturers and we have this ability. So even to the men out there in the industry, in the space, I'd suggest to have women in key positions of decision making because they are really aligned with this space. It is a feminine space. So yeah, that would be my 3 takeaways. Thank you.